So 3 pervasive myths when it comes to a mortgage application for refinance. These are pretty commonly held beliefs. I've run into a borrower that believes one or all of these, maybe every week or so. So I do want to kind of give this information because it's something that can affect a lot of people negatively if you follow incorrect information in these 3 regards. So number 1 is adding a co-applicant or a co-borrower to your file who has a stronger credit score will improve your rate. Mortgages go by the lower credit score on file. So say you have a 600 and your husband or someone who's willing to co-sign with you has an 800 credit score. The mortgage company, the lender, is only going to consider the 600 score, right? It won't help you at all. Now, if you need more income on the file to qualify, that is when having a co-borrower or co-applicant can actually get you approved where you wouldn't be otherwise. Number 2 is owning other property or properties is always a plus. So if you have, say, a vacation home you don't rent out, like a second home, that's going to actually be a liability because you're paying possibly a mortgage, you're definitely paying tax, and you're paying insurance, and possibly an HOA fee, and it's not generating any money. So it's actually a monthly liability. Even if you have a rental property, you might not get enough rental income to outweigh your expenses, and that can actually hurt you as well. They're only going to count 75% of your rental income. 25% is used for vacancy, repairs, that kind of thing. And then even in cases where you do have more income than what the property is costing you, it's still going to be a lot more paperwork. It's a lot more to deal with. One thing you might want to consider to alleviate that is owning your other property in an LLC or a corporation, but obviously speak with like a tax professional about that or a lawyer about that. But that's just something you might want to do to kind of simplify the mortgage process for you if you're going to go ahead and refinance down the road. And number 3, this one's very important. So the lender cannot give you a true accurate rate, and they can't even say for sure that you qualify unless they do a full hard credit inquiry. Okay, some lenders, I've worked with a lender in the past that they could do a soft credit inquiry up front, but that is not a full approval. You will not know with certainty if you're pre-approved or not, and what for what rate, unless you do a regular credit inquiry. It's just part of the process. One of the positives with that is if you have a good loan officer who really wants to help you and put you in a better position, they can go through your credit report. They can see what the negatives are, what your credit utilization ratio is, which I covered in another video, and they can tell you the comments the credit bureaus are leaving as to how to improve your score. So don't be too afraid to have it ran. There might actually be some advantage to that, but they will have to run your credit to say with any certainty. So I've talked to a lot of borrowers, just tell me the rate, this, that. It's not that simple. You really don't know if you're pre-qualified till a full credit inquiry is done. They get your income information, they get your home expense information, tax and insurance. It is a relatively complicated application. It's not like say getting a price quote for auto insurance. It's pretty detailed, and you want the information accurate the first time, and just to have your credit ran and provide as many documents up front the first time so you don't have any nasty surprises later. So I'm going to leave a link to my newsletter. It covers a lot of these topics, but in more detail and with some hyperlinks to other sources. So if you really want to start learning about some of the key fundamentals of mortgages and how to improve your credit, wealth creation in general, I recommend it. It's a free newsletter, and I will leave it below.